Hi guys, in this section we are going to continue with ischemic heart diseases. In previous section we already talked about infarcted ischemic heart diseases where death of the tissue has happened because of the lack of blood supply. We already talked about myocardial infarction. Now we are continuing the same section with non-infarcted ones. So let me start the section with atherosclerosis. So what is meant by athero? What is meant by sclerosis? Athero means nothing but fats. Sclerosis is stiffness. So when any of the deposition of fat or cholesterol is happened in the walls of the arteries, that causes a stiffness of the arteries. That's what we term as atherosclerosis. So stiffness of the arteries because of the fat deposition. Clear it is. So while coming to the stages of the atherosclerosis, we basically have 3 stages. So at the initial stage, the cholesterol plaques get deposited on the walls of the arteries. Generally we have 2 types of cholesterol is there in our body, which is high level lipoproteins and low level or low density lipoproteins. So the low density lipoproteins causes damage or hazardous conditions in our body. Because of its low density, it can't easily flow in the bloodstream. And if any rupture is there in the artery walls, then obviously it gets deposited on the artery walls and causes plaques. At the initial stage, initiation is started by the fat cells. While the initiation is done, then obviously propagation is done. So the advanced cholesterol plaques, that's what we term as significant atherosclerosis. There is a propagation, which is extension of deposition of fats into the walls of the arteries. Once this is done, finally there is a blockage of the arteries is done. That's what the last stage of atherosclerosis, a complete blockage of arteries is happened because of the deposition of fats in the walls of arteries. Isn't it? So these are the 3 stages of atherosclerosis. While coming to the causes, this is caused because of the smoking, blood pressure, infections, obesity, genetical conditions, even low density lipoproteins, diabetes. These all are leads to atherosclerosis conditions. So if we are the persons who are smokers, then obviously the reactive oxygen species is enhanced in our body. So once the reactive oxygen species is enhanced, obviously there is a high production of low density lipoproteins which causes atherosclerosis. Or we can say high blood pressure is causes stiffness of the arteries. Once the stiffness of the arteries is there, then obviously there must be some ruptures happens in the artery walls which causes the deposition of fats in artery walls and causes atherosclerosis. Even this might be the reasons which can causes atherosclerosis. While coming to the pathogenesis, if any hypertension, smoking or diabetes condition is there, that is going to increases endothelial activity and which is associated with exogenic, reactive or oxygen species. So we have an enhancement of reactive oxygen species and uric acid factor reactants. So while we have an enhancement of reactive oxygen species and uric acid factor reactants, that is going to causes adipogenesis, nothing but the production of low density lipoproteins, and this is also affecting the endothelial dysfunction. Once that is done, because of the impairment of the vascular dilation responsibility and pro-inflammatory reaction, there is high level of low density lipoproteins and there is a damage of artery walls, artery resistance we can say. There is a alteration of peripheral resistance which causes atherosclerosis. Once again, atherosclerosis is deposition of fat in walls of the arteries. So we have 3 stages of atherosclerosis: initiation, propagation, termination stage. So at the initiation stage, a small amount of the fat get deposited in the walls of the arteries. Once that is done, that is going to attract further low density lipoproteins to deposited there. That's what we term as propagation stage. An enhancement of plaque is done. Once that is done, that is finally leads to blockage of the blood supply. So how it is developed is, if a person have any of the habits like smoking, hypertension, person having hypertension or diabetes or any of the kidney conditions or dyslipidemia conditions, that is going to alter the endothelial activity of the person and enhances reactive oxygen species and uric acid factor reactants. Once that is increased, then obviously there is a high level of low density lipoproteins in the body. which causes pro-inflammatory responses and thrombolytic activity and impaired vascular dilation. Because of the impaired peripheral resistance and inflammatory factors, there is a deposition of fats in the walls of the arteries that leads to atherosclerosis. While coming to the signs and symptoms, because of the lack of blood supply towards the tissues, decreased blood supply towards the tissue, if that is done towards the heart, we have angina condition, and if that is done towards the rest of the body, we have shortness of the breath, and we may have erectile dysfunction. Because of the less ischemic condition, our heart works harder, that leads to palpitation of the heart, and we also have male pattern baldness because of the lack of blood supply towards the hair follicles. And if any of the hyperfunctioning of the heart and BP is there, obviously that is going to activate the renin and angiotensin system, which enters the blood volume. So to decrease that condition, we have excess of sweating. So this might be some of the signs. We can't say this is the only signs. This might be the possible signs because of the clotting or plagued arteries, we can say. So diagnosis will be done by general analysis like sphygmomanometer to check the BP, or we can go with patient history, urine analysis, x-rays to identify any of the blockages of the arteries, or we can take electrocardiogram, ophthalmoscopy or EKGs. So by that means we can identify. We also use imaging testing like CT scan or MRI. By that means we can identify any of the blockages of arteries in our body. Then we can identify easily the atherosclerosis condition. Remember, we have arteriosclerosis and atherosclerosis. Arteriosclerosis is stiffness of the arteries, whereas atherosclerosis is blockage of the arteries because of the deposition of fat content. Don't confuse. Atherosclerosis is blockage of arteries because of fat. Arteriosclerosis is stiffness of the arteries. Those two are different conditions. Clarities. So while treatment will be done as like pharmacological and non-pharmacological, like any of the coronary interventions. So while coming to the pharmacological treatment, we may act on the clotting by means of decreasing the clotting ability of the person. We can treat the atherosclerosis conditions like antiplatelets or anticoagulants, which decreases the clotting ability of the person. By that means it controls the atherosclerosis condition. Or otherwise we go and treat the cholesterol maintaining medications like cholesterol lowering medications like statins, or otherwise we directly act on diabetic hypertension like underlying cause related medications. So if the medication is taken, the activity or action of the medication will be take some time, but if we need tremendous response, then we go for coronary intervention. So like this we can treat. So we are going to introduce some stents in the arteries, and which is going to clear the plaques or extend the artery walls. By that means it can treat the condition. So that's what atherosclerosis is. Atherosclerosis is deposition of fat in the arteries, and which leads to blockage of the arteries and finally leads to the ischemic conditions. Well, the causes for atherosclerosis will be hypertension, diabetes, increased level of low density lipoproteins, or any of the nicotinic habits or infections like that. So while the pathogenesis is because of that habits, we have increased reactive oxygen species in the body. Because of the increased reactive oxygen species, that is going to enhance pro-inflammatory activity and enhances the low density lipoproteins, which causes deposition of fats in the arteries. That's what the pathogenesis is. While coming to the signs and symptoms, we have chest pain, whatever we can say, shortness of breathing, dizziness, weakness, palpitation. These are the signs and symptoms. While coming to the diagnosis, we can go with EKGs and ECGs and general BP analysis, and we go with imaging testing to identify the place of deposition of the fats, and the treatment will be done by decreasing the clotting ability, or otherwise we can treat by means of decreasing the cholesterol level in the body. We also have the non-pharmacological treatments like stenting or angioplasty. This what atherosclerosis is. Thank you.